what initially attracted you to the role of Mr. Lamborghini?
Um, I'm Italian, and to go and play a real life Italian icon was, I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, some of that preparation for the role, what are some of the things that you kind of did to prepare to get into the mindset of him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a lot of time because there was another actor who had dropped out, and I had like 10 days, I think, of prep. I read the book that is based on the movie that his son wrote. I spoke a lot to my director, Bobby Moresco, who did a lot of research. So he was like a wealth of knowledge. And then I got to Rome. I got to Italy a little early just so I could get the essence of Italian back in me. And and then I kind of just used my imagination, because we didn't have a lot of footage, and there was, I basically talked to his son a lot about his father. Um and then kind of came up with my interpretation of what I thought, who I thought he was based on the script.
You kind of have this rags to riches kind of story within him that's quite interesting. But what's something that you found interesting or kind of shocked you to learn about him as a person?
Yeah, I mean, what shocked me, I've said it before, is that he was a very wealthy industrialist before he started this company. A self-made man. He was a driven guy, and he had the tractor company, and then he had the heating and air conditioning company, and the guy was set. And then he had this meeting with Ferrari, and it changed the course of his life.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's fascinating when you watch something like this and you understand a story about a guy that's from the bottom to the top, but he's already set in his mind, and it's like he still grinded and still did other
Yep.
things to really kind of grow his presence. And one of the things obviously we have to talk about is the Lamborghinis. What's it like kind of seeing the evolution while you were playing the character and then
Yeah.
kind of getting in and out of those cars?
Yeah, that's a great question. Look, they started out. He had hired Pininfarina, who was a famous designer of many cars, but he stole the best, not stole, he hired away the best engineers and designers and from other car companies. And because he had the money, and he spent the money. He spent a lot of his money on making sure he had the right people. So he wasn't one of those egomaniacal, I know everything and I'm going to do it myself. He gathered the best minds and creative people around him, and then he just kind of shepherded them to execute his vision, which makes him even that much smarter. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, it's just kind of fascinating to kind of dive deeper. When you watch the movie, and personally watching you in the role, I was captivated by your performance within this, because you're not just playing another role of another person. You're playing somebody real, authentic, but then also doing it in a era which you're bringing so much to life, and that set decoration, the production design. What's that kind of like, trying to get back into that era away from everything that we are right now?
Yeah, that's great. We had a beautiful production designer when we were on set, and again, being in Italy. I once did a film called The Gray, and it was about a plane crash in the cold, and we were in 30-degree below weather, and I went, "Oh wow, look, we don't have to act." Right? And so similarly, when we were in Italy, when we were wearing the clothes, when we were around the cars, when we were listening to what was it's almost actor proof. Like you're in it, you're doing it, and your imagination just goes wild. It was the best way to. If we made this movie in this country, or a country other than Italy, it would have been a different thing.